Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the Trader Bunny channel. My name is Brandon. Nothing I say in this video is financial advice. If you don't know risk management or technical analysis, then you have no business trading yet. If you're interested in this, then go ahead and subscribe because I'll be posting videos on this weekly to help you understand this and eventually become a profitable trader. The first things first, let's look into Bitcoin. We were stuck in a range between 25K going down to about 15.5K. We can map this out with the Fibonacci extension tool. On TradingView, it's the third icon right here. Click the arrow, click on Fibonacci retracement, and plot your lines like that. You can see that there's an extension mapped out here, 1.618. That just means that if we were to break out of the range, which we did, the first target would be 31,000 and some change, which is also confluent with this area here of high resistance. This is resistance because it was previously support that was broken. Remember, when support is broken, it becomes resistance. So now that's two areas stating that 31K and some change is an area of high resistance. Now, on that note, if we go over to my Twitter at the Trader Bunny, I posted a liquidation heat map of Bitcoin on the 1 month. These areas right here where you see in yellow are hotspots for liquidations. This just means that traders who have opened positions here have not taken profit. What market makers like to do is they like to bring the price to these areas to cause liquidation events where the price can move down really quickly. Now, if we look over here on March 7th, I posted in a group chat just an idea I had using these liquidation heat maps, which are super useful. I said it was more convenient to take out 20K maybe and then ramp it up to 25K once everything's settled. So lo and behold, if we look at the chart, this is exactly what happened. Market makers brought it down all the way to just below 20K, and then they quickly ramped it up all the way past 25K to where we're at now. If you're interested in learning more about these liquidation heat maps, I can also make a video on that. Go ahead and tell me if you want a video on that in the comment section. All right, so let's clear the chart a little bit and let's move a little bit forward here. A little bit more zoomed in here, we could see that we were stuck in a range. This is kind of choppy. Ideally, you'd like to avoid trading ranges because they're very choppy and you have to monitor your trades, and it can get pretty annoying and frustrating when you get stopped out. But I will give you guys a trick. What you can do is go to indicators, type in Spaceman BTC. Go ahead and click on key levels by Spaceman BTC. I already have it right here, so I'm going to unhide that. Go to the settings. Scroll down and check for the weekly previous high low and previous mid. What that'll do is it'll plot for you. You don't even have to search it out. You don't have to find these levels yourself. It'll plot it for you. We have the weekly high right here, weekly mid, and the weekly low. So if you want to trade a range, the tip that I could give you is that you want to trade the extremities. The extremities just means the high, which is a high resistance area. The probability of getting a successful short in is much higher. And then we have the range low, which is a high probability area of getting a successful long trade. We also have the mid-level, which acts as support and resistance, but it's very minor. You see here, it kind of acted like support, but over here, it kind of just went right through. So in order to avoid these pitfalls, I would say just trade the extremities. You have high resistance here. If we can't get over the range, for example, like right here, we don't find any acceptance, we get back in the range, take a short trade, maybe take some profits here. Same thing with down here. If you see that we can't get below and that we're bouncing, you can take a long trade and you can put your stop loss right here. There's a very low risk and high reward trade, which is essentially always what you're looking for in your trading strategy. So we were talking about the resistance of about 31K, but if you want to get an idea where we could go in the short term, if we start breaking down from this range, you could get the Fibonacci tool again. From here to here, you can see the extension brings us down to about, let's just say, rough area 25.1, which is confluent with this support area right here. And if we put on the EMAs for the 4-hour chart, we have right here the 200 EMA right here. So altogether, adding up all these data points, we have a high support area right here where you could possibly take a long position if we start bouncing. But if not, then you would consider taking a short position if we start breaking down and we can't keep the acceptance above that level. Now, moving on to this next chart, this is BTC.D. That means Bitcoin dominance. Essentially what Bitcoin dominance is, the higher the Bitcoin dominance, it just means that when the market is moving, it's moving in the favor of Bitcoin. So now we have a quite high Bitcoin dominance. If the market gets a correction, Bitcoin may move slightly downward. Let's just say Bitcoin moves 2%. But as for the altcoins, the market is not moving in their favor. Instead of them losing 2%, they're probably going to lose around 5 to 10% or even more. So essentially we have the same thing here. We have a range. Range highs, lows, highs, lows, and eventually this compression of price is going to lead to an expansion, which is essentially a breakout out of the range. So what we want to do is we want to pay close attention to what is going to happen at this level. If we start breaking above like this and we get acceptance, just meaning that we're not falling back into the range, this is terrible for altcoins. This means that Bitcoin is going to dominate the market and we're going to get a target of about here. Now, conversely, what if we get here and we just can't break it? We start breaking down and then we start losing other levels of support. We can map that out like this. Come down here, we may bounce, but eventually if we fall and break through this, I would suggest selling some of your Bitcoin and going for altcoins, because now the market movements are going to go in favor of the altcoins, with targets on the Bitcoin dominance going as low as around 40%. And moving on to the next chart, this is called the total 3. The total 3 means what is the market cap of the entire market, but take off Bitcoin and also take out ETH. Now let's take a look at this chart. This is the total 3. Total 3 means what is the market cap of the market, taking out Bitcoin and also not including Ethereum. So this is purely just altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can see that written right here. So we seem to have completed this ABC correction. Here's your A wave, B, and C. Seems to be done right here for that correction. Now that we've broken out of that area, let's actually map it out right here. Let's track the momentum. So we broke out, came back and tested it as support successfully. And you've seen this in my other videos. Whenever we see price break out and come back and test successfully, we get pretty sizable moves in the favor of the direction of the breakout. So what we're looking here is we have a small area of resistance right here. It looks like it's about the $400 billion mark. So what we're looking for a move upward would be to break these levels right here, come back, hold it as support, and then we have our next target right here, which is a resistance area that was put in right here. And that would mean $70 billion would be going into the altcoin market. So this is just like an educated speculation. You can come up with your own analysis and you can actually share that in the comments. Keep in mind that the chart can move drastically in different directions depending on the news. But with this information, now you understand a little bit more about what moves the markets and that you can come up with your own trading ideas and then you can become a profitable trader. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in. Go ahead and drop a like, go ahead and drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, that wraps up this video. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content, including technical analysis, urgent market updates, altcoin gems to help you earn big. You don't want to miss it.